Centurion Micro Electronics.
Today I'm going to show you how to wire an existing South African plug. This plug has two screws. Some other ones has got a sort of tongue and groove method, but to open the plug you undo the two bottom screws as a first step. The screws are magnetized, or the screwdriver is magnetized, so it's easy to remove the screws. Remove the top cover. Now the idea is to connect the earth and the live and the neutral cables to these 3 points. This one's, the copper pin is stuck, so you can't push it out. Means a little bit more difficult. What we're going to do is we're going to start with the live. So that's the brown wire. We're going to make sure that there's space for it by just undoing the little bolt a little bit. We can do that on all 3 places. Okay, that's fine. So I can see now that there's a hole. The bolts are removed sufficiently for the cable to go in. So we're going to start with live. At the bottom there's a L written next to the pin. Live is the brown one. So we insert it into the live pin and we tie down the little screw. The idea is for the screw to touch the copper part of the cable and not the plastic. Okay, that's fine. Just to be sure, I'm going to use a slightly smaller screwdriver. That's fine, nice and tight. Next I'm going to do the neutral, which is the blue one. There's an N written on the bottom of the plug. So blue one goes in. Again, not too deep so that the plastic would be in front of the screw. You need to be just deep enough so that the copper part is in front of the screw. Again, tighten it down, nice and tight. So now that's 2/3 of the way. Finally, we do the earth. Make sure there's no loose wires. This one goes into the front pin. Needs a little bit of manipulation. That looks fine. Now we tighten it down. Nice and tight. Turn it nicely so that the wires aren't tangled too much. These 2 tongues build open. So what you do is you press the cable from the top a little bit forward and a little bit down so that it goes into the plug like that. This is there to stop the cable from being pulled and also there to stop the cable from being pushed. So that looks fine. To double check, you can just make sure that your bolts are all nice and tight. These seem fine. Now I'm going to refit the top. That goes over like that. I'm going to reinsert the bottom 2 bolts and I'm just going to tighten them down. There's the first one. There's the second one. Nice thing about this plug is it's transparent from the bottom, so you can double check that your cables are all nice fitted where they should be. And I'm just going to show you how this plug inserts into the wall socket. Here is a wall socket, space for the new standard plug there, space for the old standard 60-year-old standard plug there. So that will then just go in like that. This is the old standard South African plug. It was copied from the British standard back in 1960, making it more than 60 years old at the moment. We're all familiar with this plug. Most computers, kettles, blow dryers, vacuum machines, tumble dryers, everything that you get comes with a plug like this. If, however, you have a house which has the new type of wall socket supporting the new standard of plug, you might want to modify your cable to be able to fit a normal plug, new standard normal plug, into that hole. So what you would do is you would remove this plug, which is basically the reverse of a video that we've done earlier, where you undo the 2 screws, you remove the cover, you undo the 4 wires, you remove the whole plug, and then you fit the new type of plug. There's again a video that showed you how to fit the plug onto the cable. So from your kettle, remove the old plug. You can even cut the wire and strip it and open it up, and then fit the new plug so that you have this. And once you've got that, you can actually connect this into the new standard. Much more dense, much more safe, less clutter around. The opposite is also true. If ever you were to get a kettle or tumble dryer or any electrical piece of equipment with the new plug, it might look like this. Now, in case you want to plug this into a wall socket with the old holes, you can use an adapter. Adapter looks like this. It's a new design. It's got a safety mechanism at the back as well, so you can't stick any conductive or anything for that matter into it. But if your kettle, as an example, comes with the new black plug standard, you add an adapter like this onto it, and then you are back to the old plug standard and you can plug it into an old wall socket. If you're lucky enough to have a new wall socket, you simply just go straight into the wall socket with your new cable.